My name is Suha. I'm from Aleppo, Syria.
Yeah.
I forced to leave Syria for 3 years ago. I didn't have a choice. I will die inside or I will die on my way. I couldn't feel anything, just my heart. Yeah, but we passed away to Turkey. And from Turkey, we stayed there for 3 weeks, tried to reach the point because every time someone called the police and we just come back.
This is a little part of an Erasmus Plus project called Return. The goal of this project is to realize a methodology for that could be a reference at the European level, as it is funded by Erasmus Plus program. A reference in using theater as a tool for the education.
We will almost play with mathematics.
Vi ska försöka att leka, faktiskt spela med matte.
And we will use some theater games, theater tools in order to play with mathematics.
Så vi ska använda oss av dramövningar, teaterövningar när vi ska jobba med matte.
We will not sit down for 4 hours.
Nu är det inte att sitta i bänken som ni brukar göra, utan det är helt nytt.
We will remove the chairs and we will do things today. Nice to meet you. Okay, now you can go and you can look for someone else. Okay. And then you have to go. Okay. Nice to meet you. Oh, Mina. Nice to meet you. Bye. 1, 2, 3. It's the same. Not to me, but to someone else.
Khalid.
Faster.
We will give this post-it, and on each post-it they can write what they want to learn about mathematics.
So, but our third try, so we could take a boat to another boat. So it took about 7 or 8 days to reach Italy. I have 2 little brothers, so it was so difficult with children. No food enough, no warm clothes, nothing to cover ourselves. It was cold that November. But we have a goal. We just want to reach there. But when we reach Italy, so like red course, and so many people want to take us to the camp. So that moment I felt I'm refugee. I couldn't feel it before. Okay, just I'm numbered. So they just gave me number and they will take a picture. So that moment, okay, I'm refugee. and I started to cry, and I didn't know how my life will be.
The coffee break. You give me 40 and the others in the coffee break. Okay.
Benvenuti ad Alcatraz, spero che questo incontro sia molto utile per tutti.
We hope that this meeting is useful for everyone of us.
Crediamo che sia molto importante per le persone che vengono in Europa con storie molto difficili, tragiche, poter raccontare che cosa è successo loro.
We think also that for people coming in Europe, it's very important also to tell what happened to them.
It is what you write is related to your personal experience.
Evidently, it's not possible to have a general principle, then it's all right all the time. All different situation is necessary to think different, because it's not one system. I don't have one system. I look the situation and I ask me what I can to do now.
The most important for me is to have eye contact. It's a first thing, because if you don't see the person, you have no possibility to start a relationship, I think. That's primo, the first thing.
My name is Mina Slotheden and I'm from Sweden. I've been involved in this great project, Tell Me. I've been in Italy with some teachers from Sweden, and they have tried out this kind of methodology to use drama in learning how to do math and how to do learning the language. And they all thought it was very interesting, and they are trying it out now in Sweden, how we can use this.
Yes, praise his arm.
we have some problems in the beginning because new people, new language, new culture, how we will face this new community. So I was so emotional. Like, if somebody look at me like that, I just feel hurt. I can't. So my first year in Sweden, I couldn't go out at all. So just at home. I couldn't face anybody. I felt like outside of the community. And I missed my friends, my relatives, and so many bad news on TV. So I felt like, okay, my life is stopped. I lost my study. I was studying communication engineering in Syria for 3rd year, so there are 2 years left, but I couldn't continue. I had to leave.
tristeza ser pobre. Eu vou na rua, vejo uma rapariga bonita, olho quanto dinheiro que eu tenho no bolso, sinto sempre, queres comprar, posso-te oferecer uma pastilha elástica? Isto é uma tristeza, não era melhor ir no Aston Martin e dizer, oh querida, queres tomar um champanhe? É muito melhor. Acho que vocês todos também podiam ser ricos, mas não importava, até podiam ser mais ricos do que eu, desde que tivesse dinheiro para comprar as minhas coisas e ver.
Non è possibile costruire una casa bellissima, maestosa, enorme, e con queste bellissime finestre, almeno ne hai 10, 20 e poi non apri mai le persiane. Io questo non ho mai. Un sacco di miei vicini di casa hanno queste bellissime ville e poi le persiane sono sempre chiuse. Ho cominciato a pensare, ok, magari non vivono lì, magari è una seconda casa, forse addirittura la terza, perché probabilmente i soldi ne hanno tanti. Eppure no, le finestre non sono aperte.
The level of complexity that we use, but because he's going to be the one working with this material. And then something else that I think it's very interesting to focus on is the fact that everything we did this morning, we want our group to do it. Mm-hmm. So it's not a tool to use to explain something to them, but it's a tool to use so that they can internalize.
From teacher perspective, it's
exactly. So like we, in this case, if we would use these tools, we would always be Andrea. Let's say, and we, the students, would always be the ideal group of mine.
The interesting part of this is that when we speak, we always intend to say something. We have this intention, the will and the need to say something with a different language, an artistic language. So this is the most important part for Bruno, and probably at the beginning for this. Though I don't do it comfortably, it's not something I do at ease, but I understand why. And I think that everybody here was really concerned to make themselves be understood, now using also what Bruno was saying. We were very worried about that. And as Andrea explained, this can only be done after the group we worked with is introduced to this kind of language. And of course, we have to think that the people doing this, they are willing to communicate in this way. When we are in a situation that we have to use this language, that we actually know, but it's not only to ask for a bottle of water or something to eat, and we have to express more than that, we feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. So now imagine if we don't speak that language at all. So it's also using other languages, other things besides simple signs, hands, facial expressions, those are immediate. And I think that André's work, what he tried to show us today, and again lead us, is most of the things we say are noise. Are noise. It's not actually what... How many times are we misunderstood? Because we didn't say the exact word, the correct word, what we really meant, and now the process is cleaning all that, and getting to the language through a different language, our body, and not being... So now let's clean this, reduce the number of movements, and say exactly what you want to say, those words, that, without being... So, giving so much information that is not actually needed. The problem is, we are very aware where we want to get to. And that also makes us, no, the purpose here is to communicate, we are really aware of that. So, probably we have to forget that.
I am in the classroom all the time,
because
and I'm thinking, how can I use this in my classroom with my students? And get them.
Yeah, you're really focused on that, so you cannot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. And it happened to me at the beginning, and only at the end when Andrea said, "Now let's reduce this." Yes. Now I got it.
Telenovela. Telenovela.
Supermercato.
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 Good.
Sparare.
Ou seja, cochichar.
Stressato.
Stupido. Neve.
Isto é ao final. Sim. Também podemos pôr o nome Piazza.
Presidente.
Telenovela. Telenovela. Zitto.
Zitto.
Gelare.
Gelare.
Não falar. Scambio, ignoranza, silenzio. Mi piace silenzio, perché silenzio può guidare l'anima. Non mi piace l'ignoranza, perché l'ignoranza gelare anima.
And we met somebody who can make like fake passes. Adriana Fernando from Portugal. Yeah, so it was difficult to me, but I passed. But police stopped my parents, me and my brother. We could fly, to Copenhagen.
But so, listen, you were traveling as a Portuguese?
Yeah.
Nazzareno e sono italiano, vivo in Portogallo e in Italia, sono il project manager di questo progetto e anche project designer. Mi piace molto il titolo Tell Me, non perché l'ho inventato io come acronimo, ma perché dà il senso dell'accoglienza. L'anima di questo progetto è l'incontro. Qualcuno, forse un poeta brasiliano, ha detto che l'arte è la vita, è l'arte dell'incontro. No? Tell me brother, tell me sister, dimmi fratello, dimmi sorella. È un'accoglienza che noi vogliamo dare attraverso l'arte e attraverso anche l'apprendimento.
Sou o Sérgio, da ASTA, Associação Teatro e Outras Artes. I'm the responsible from ASTA, one of the partners in this Tell Me project. And for us it is very important that project is happening because for us, since our beginning, we always thought it was fundamental to connect theater, performing arts, with the educational process. And this is a very practical, important project because we can realize that it works, that it can bring easily some things to people and in a relaxed way. And it's very nice to see that it's working. After that, it's also very important because of the connections with the other partners, the ones from Italy, from Sweden, and it's also a way to take them to our country, their own cultures to our culture, which is also a very interesting partnership.
You know, my dad bought 5 apartments for us at the same building.
Yep.
To be close to each other, me and my brothers, so to live at the same building. In Aleppo. But in 1 second, so everything is gone. So we had nothing now, and every one of us is far away from each other. So I just feel sorry for my dad. That's the most thing I can be safe. But my dad, he works in Greece for 14 years and away from us just to save money for us, yeah. But now he was in depression. Yeah. We took it many times to the hospital with ambulance.
We want to play with mathematics.
Vill ni leka med något?
And it doesn't matter if you are right or wrong. You will find yourself to do it right.
Då kommer du märka att du kommer göra det rätt.
And it will be easy.
Och det kommer vara lätt.
Because you learn it not only with your mind.
För du lär dig inte bara genom ditt huvud.
But with the whole body.
Genom hela kroppen.
4. Again. Again. One more. Thank you. More or less, one more.
En gång till. Var beredda.
Strong. Cool. Ready? That's it. Thank you very much.
Ciao, io sono Maurizio Bertolini dall'Italia e in questo progetto sono responsabile per la parte di alfabetizzazione matematica dei migranti. È stato molto interessante dal mio punto di vista lo scambio con i formatori provenienti dagli altri paesi, quindi dalla Svezia e dal Portogallo e dalla Turchia. Abbiamo immaginato di far sperimentare questi argomenti a un gruppo di migranti e proprio in questi giorni lo stiamo mettendo in pratica. E stiamo vedendo che sia dal punto di vista del gruppo, della relazione tra le persone, che poi dal punto di vista matematico la nostra metodologia funziona. Inizialmente il gruppo era un gruppo molto timido, di persone non abituate al teatro, per cui la prima parte è stata dedicata più al lavoro teatrale e di creazione del gruppo. Nella seconda parte invece ci siamo avventurati utilizzando questi strumenti teatrali per affrontare alcuni argomenti matematici di base e abbiamo visto che i partecipanti si sono appassionati non solo alla parte teatrale ma anche a quella matematica e hanno potuto insieme approfondire argomenti che in realtà erano conosciuti solo marginalmente. Quindi immaginiamo che potendo affrontare lo stesso tipo di percorso su tempi più lunghi, quindi durante un anno scolastico, sia veramente possibile utilizzare il teatro per insegnare la matematica anche in contesti scolastici con lezioni diverse dalla lezione frontale.
1 over 2 means
En över 2.
5 over 6 becomes 2 over 3. Okay? So you have 3, 2 over 3 is 6. So I can see that fractions for you is not a problem at all. You already know it and you manage it quite easily.
You know, if I had a situation or some action from Swedish people, if someone just said one word to me, bad word, so I can feel sad for many, many days because I'm not at my home, my home in Syria. So if I stayed here for 20 years ago, for 20 years later say they will still or keep saying you are Syrian, you are not Swedish. That's not your home. Not all. I just
only someone.
Maybe someone.
Yeah.
So you can't feel safe to whole life. So I don't know.
You will see.
How my future will be. But I keep trying to involve in this community.
And to be positive.
Yeah, to be positive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Salam.
And good luck.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm so happy to share this story to you.